Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 3 of my hardcore series. All right, so today what we have on tap is we're going to go ahead and turn that skeleton spawner that we found in episode 1 into a grinder. And, I don't like to do anything substantial off camera, but I did some simple stuff, like you can see the crops behind me there. We got some wheat growing and some bamboo up there, and you probably heard them. I found a cat, so I went ahead and tamed him because while I'm standing here fishing, the one fear that I always have is that a creeper is going to come up behind me. It might be somewhat of an irrational fear if I haven't been up at night, but it's a fear nonetheless. So I've got a little trusty buddy here that's going to help guard me when I'm fishing and I have my back turned towards the land. So I haven't named them yet, so if you guys want to participate in that, I'll be glad to take some suggestions. Okay, so the only other thing I did off camera was I was lighting up the caves around that skeleton spawner, because when you want as few mobs spawning outside of that spawner as possible, and then that'll help your spawn rates for the grinder. My goodness, I don't know if that was loud for you guys. When I got near those cows, that was crazy. As I was saying, if you have a lot of mobs spawning nearby in the caves surrounding your spawner, it'll slow down the spawn rates for the mobs in the grinder, and that's where we want it. Okay, so the other thing, I started with a couple of cows, and I've just been, anytime I ran past this, I've been breeding them up. Also, I went ahead and put a fence around this big old ravine that's here, so hopefully we won't lose any villagers. Now, I haven't done really much trading. I did a couple of trades with our farmer villagers, because a wandering villager showed up and he had a couple of things I wanted. He had a couple of pieces of packed ice that I need for the skeleton grinder, and he also had a piece of kelp, one piece of kelp. So I made a couple trades with our farmer. I expanded their farm over here just a little bit and made it all carrots, and did a second farmer as well. So this way, when we start needing to have more villagers, they'll all be well fed, and they'll breed as fast as I can put down some beds. So next up, all right, so along with the skeleton grinder, since that is our main source, or it will be our main source of XP as soon as that's built, I'm going to go ahead and make a little enchantment setup down there as well. So I have collected some leathers just from any time I'm running around and I see a cow. I've been taking them out to start stockpiling some beef and some leather, but we need a little bit more. And you might recall in the first episode, I found this looting 2 sword at an abandoned portal, and I took that, and I think that might help me here. I want to get as much leather as I can, so let's get to it here. Okay. This iron golem was just standing there watching me. Was a little bit creepy. Okay, so let's see. We got 38 leather there. We don't have to take them all out. Between what I got right there and what I've already gotten, that I should have more than 45. I already have one book made for the enchantment table, so I only need 45 more. So we should be in good shape here. I've also slowly been collecting the sugar cane, so we have plenty of sugar cane up there. We should be able to make enough paper. So let's get that taken care of right away. Now, I've already brought down into the right near the skeleton spawner a whole bunch of stuff that we're going to need for the build today. So that's already down there. So we have most of it down there, but we just need these last few things. All right, let's get us some paper. That's probably way more than I need. All right, so now I need some planks, and we need to be able to make some books. Let's see, there's 38, so what do I need? I need more leather. And we're going to make as many bookshelves as we can. Let's see, that got us 15. Of course it did, given the amount of books I put in there. Let's go ahead and use the rest of our leather on some more books. One more. Okay, it looks like we're going to get 22 bookshelves. Well, that's more than we need. All right, like I was saying, that was more than we need, but, I'd like to have a few extra for just making things look pretty. And so let's go ahead and get on down to the spawner. However, it was kind of dark out, so we had to be careful when we go out here. Kitty says it's all clear, so we should be in good shape. Okay, there's our spawner, and this is the little working area I set up here with some of the things we're going to need. First step is just going to be a bear. We have to do a lot of digging out here. I brought some iron with me so I can make some more pickaxes, being that all we have right now is unenchanted iron pickaxes. This is going to be a beast. So we need to clear out 2 9x9 rooms plus 1 space here as a divider between the 2 rooms. So that's going to take me a minute. So the first step is we need to get ourselves, we need to have, this needs to be a 9x9 room, and I've already taken extra block out of the ceiling here. You really only need 3 above the spawner, but again, I don't know. I like to go with 4, and I just realized one thing I might have forgotten. I need a piece of glass, yeah, for on top of the spawner, so I'm going to run and get that real quick. Okay, so I picked up a piece of glass, and I'm going to head back down, but I forgot to show you one other small thing I did. I started working on the mine entrance, and I'm going to go with an asymmetrical design here. I think this looks kind of fun. Looks like an old broken down type thing here. And then we'll do a little workroom here. I will do that on camera, but I just wanted to show you this little archway leading in. I think it's kind of neat. We're going to, if I can find, I know that we saw one of those trees that lead to a lush biome, and we'll have to go back to that and get some moss so that I can, I wanted to use some of the moss around here, and I think it'll look pretty cool. Anyway, let's get back down to the grinder. Okay, we're back. So the glass is going to sit 1 block over this. I'll explain why. I'm going to remove that torch, so I'll put some down there. So I have a temporary block here, and a piece of glass on top, break that one back out. Okay, so now this just helps with the spawn rate just a little bit. So a skeleton can still spawn on top of here now because the glass won't stop him from spawning. However, what you don't want is you don't want a skeleton hanging out up here because that's going to slow down your spawn rate. So if one does spawn up here, as soon as he spawns, the glass is going to push him off. And so it's not a big boost, but it is, you know, any little bit helps. So at any rate, as I was starting to say before I got distracted by the missing piece of glass was, I went ahead, you really don't need to do 4 blocks above your grinder. I just like to do, you know, a little more than the bare minimum, just in case it, you know, anecdotally or incidentally here and there helps out the spawning rate a little bit. Okay, so now we've got a ginormous task here, only because we have unenchanted iron pickaxes. First thing we need to do is make this 4x4 in all directions. So let me do that real quick. So I'm clearing out this room, and we opened up into a cave here, which is not a problem. We'll just close this up. However, I see this lava here, and it reminds me that the room is going to have some lava in it, so we can get rid of stuff that we don't want, like the crazy amounts of broken bows that you get, although we'll be using those as fuel, but you really sometimes get even more than you can handle there. But all the leather armor and stuff we don't want, we're going to have a column of lava in the kill room so that we can just toss it into. So we're just going to leave that there for now until we need it. But for now, on with making this 4x4. Okay, so we got a 4x4 space cleared out here, and for the sake of ease, we have another 9x9 room to clear out this way for the kill room. It's going to be the same ceiling height, but the dividing wall between the kill chamber, or between the spawner here and the kill room, is going to be using the bricks, deep slate bricks. So it'll be easier to do the high part of the wall here. So let's go ahead and get ourselves some deep slate bricks here and fill in that dividing wall. So you're going to have, so we got to do 8 blocks of water. So that's 4, that's 5, 6, 7, 8. Then that's going to be the channel where, you know, the old slip and slide. And then this is going to be where the dividing wall is. So if I just place, if I place one right here, just so I don't lose track of that, now I can clear the rest of these out and make the rest of this the bricks, and that'll save me the trouble of having to get up really high later. But oh, this must be some stairs that I'm seeing here. This, yeah, that cobblestone or something that I put in there. Yeah, that's what it is. I was like, there can't be another grinder. We'd be hearing something. Okay, so let's go ahead and clear these out. Okay, and we have this little gap here. Now this is going to be a problem because this is the way with the little slip and slide down there. It's going to send the skeletons this way, and they're going to need a water stream to go up. So I need to fill this in. Now this doesn't have to be good looking blocks, so I can use whatever I have in excess of, but I need to do this before I close this up here. So let's take care of that. Okay, so I shored that up over there. Now I'll have another chance in case I missed anything when I make the little slip and slide tunnel here and then the chute that goes up. I'll see if there's any open blocks and we can just fill them in then. Okay, so I left myself a little walkway here so I could get, again, since I need a 9x9 room on this side at the same height, much easier to dig it out now. Otherwise, I'll have to work off of, you know, piling blocks up or scaffolding or something like that. So let's go ahead and let's get a 9x9 area on this side, and then we'll start digging it down to the depth that we need. So step number 2, here we go. Okay, as I'm clearing this out, I'm realizing it's going to be a lot easier for me to capture this lava now. So what I'm going to have to do, I'm going to make myself a little infinite water pool here real quick so I can empty one of these buckets. And there we go. And use one of them to capture that lava. All right. I think we got it. In lieu of the lava, I should probably place down a couple of torches here. Okay, that's that. So now I'll have the lava when I need it. I just need the one bucket. It's all good. All right, let's get back to the grind. Hey, look at that. All right, so we're just digging this out, and we've run into a couple more diamonds. So let's go ahead and mine these guys. Let's see, what are we going to get? All right, looks like 4. I'll take it. Okay, so the other thing we have to pay attention to is we kind of looked for where the zombies go up. Now, where they come back down, they're going to need a solid wall as well. So they're going to go up right here, and then they're going to go over 3 blocks. 1, 2, 3, and then so this area around here also needs to be solid, and I see that it's kind of loosey-goosey here, so I'm going to go ahead and fill this in so when we're bringing our... where they drop, I'm able to build a solid drop tunnel, if you will, that has no interruptions. Okay, so we've got ourselves a 9x9 room cleared out over here, and we have ourselves the 9x9 room over there on that side. So I built a little staircase over here so we can get up to this level without having to walk through here. So I'm going to go ahead now and close this off. And now what I'm going to do is these walls are supposed to have some different blocks on them. And since we have a platform right now to do it, I'm going to go ahead and take care of that. So I'm going to do the blocks as they're supposed to be in the top half here, and then we'll work on the bottom half after I get done with that. So let's hop into that. Okay, so we've got this top part dug out, and we have for the most part, the blocks are going to be up here. Now there's going to be a really cool ceiling fixture that feature that I really it's more of a spontaneous in the moment type of thing, so I can't really plan it. So I will do that standing on a whole bunch of scaffolding, and then there's going to be some of the glowberries used for light. This space over here, this is where the lava column is going to flow, so these blocks don't matter because you won't see them. But this is the bulk of the block exchange for up here, and you got these cute little skeleton faces on the wall, and this is like the umpteenth time I've fallen down this little staircase that I think they're kind of fun. So I just inset stone brick walls in place of full brick for these, and then I just use stone brick stairs for the mouth. So that's kind of fun. Anyway, now it's time to dig out the bottom half, so we'll hop back in as soon as that's done. All right, and we're back. So I've got both rooms dug out. I added a few of the berries here for light. When we get some more, I ran out of bone meal, but we'll have plenty of bone meal pretty soon. So when I get more bone meal, we'll get glowberries on the rest of these vines, and it'll light it up even more. This little lava stream here provides a lot of light, and this is where I'm going to throw the trash. A little bit of storage, and I can't finish this until we finish the drop and all that, but this is where the skeletons are going to drop. We're going to have a couple of hoppers here pulling the drops into there, And then we have a little furnace here. So we get a lot of, as you know, we get a lot of broken bows. So we'll throw the broken bows in here, which will be fuel. And then sometimes they're wearing some gold or iron armor. And so we'll throw the little gold and iron armor pieces up there, and they'll smelt down into gold and iron nuggets for us. And we'll be able to collect a little bit here. It'll give us a little something to do while we're waiting for skeletons to drop at any rate. Now, this wall here, where these, let's see, 3x5 wall inserts are, I haven't found a amethyst geode yet. So when I do, I want to make some tinted glass and fill that with glass so that we can keep an eye on the spawner. And not that we really need to. Once it's running, then nothing really can go wrong unless you break something. You come in here and break something or light something up. But it's kind of fun to watch them spawn sometimes. Okay, so we got our 9x9. And then this little room here, this little cubby, this is where we're going to put the enchanting setup. I have this little temporary staircase up here because when everything is done and it's ready to fire it up, we're going to need to come up here and pop that torch off. Once we pop that torch off, they're going to start spawning, so then we have to get out of dodge real quick. So I built this on the side. We're going to push them in that direction, so I built this on the side that's away from them to give us the best chance of not getting beat up too much in this short amount of time that we will be exposed to them. So at this rate, or at this point, so what we have to do, we got to dig the little, what I like to refer to as a slip and slide here. So the water's going to flow 8 blocks, so it'll stop right at this edge. It'll push them down over into here. All right, so they'll get pushed down into this channel. We'll put some water here. It only flows 8 blocks, so a couple of blocks before. There you go. We'll drop it one more, and then that'll give us what we need to push them along. So now we're going to dig out. We need 2. I'm going to go 3 high just because I like to put a little, I don't know how much it really helps, but my theory is that as they're bobbing up and down and getting pushed, if they have an upside down stair here, it might help them get in there a little bit easier. And then the next spot, this is where they're going to go up. Now I'm going to place a piece of dirt here temporarily because we're going to need to plant the kelp to convert all these into water blocks. We got a couple signs here, so we got to drop some signs in. Stop the water from spilling out backwards this way. Okay, and so now I believe, now we got to figure out how far up we got to dig. So if we come over here, we're at level -18. There's going to be a hopper here, so that's going to make them hit at level -17. Really 16.5 because there's also going to be a slab, but we're just going to call that 17. We want them to fall about 21 blocks. So -17, we go up 21 blocks. I believe that's +4. So if we dig up to +4 and then we come over, we dig this way and then come on down, this should line up correctly. Now, just in case we have a little bit of fall, for right now, I'm going to put some water there so we don't die on the way down. And now it's just time to start the arduous task of digging up. Now, I have a few different methods I use to do this. Oh yeah, see that we broke into that open area. If you know, I do it one way if I have respiration. Sometimes I use ladders, but today I'm going to use scaffolding. I couldn't remember what it was called for a second. All right, so we'll go as high as we can, and we need to pay attention that, as a matter of fact, I want to take a better look at this. Yeah, we need to make sure that there's no openings in this. Okay, so if we have to occasionally drop a torch in here so we can see what we're doing. All right, now we'll check our height. So we're at -10, so we gotta go 14 more blocks. Okay, here we are at +4, so that's the right height. That's going to give us the right drop. And we want this walkway to be 3 tall, so I'm going to break out one more. Now I got to run down real quick because I kind of lost track in which direction I have to dig my little short tunnel. And that's one of the reasons why I like scaffolding for this. Ladders work just as well. Okay, so they need to go in that direction. So I'm just going to run in, stay facing this way. Then when we get to the top, I need to dig over. They need to walk across 3 and then drop on the 4th. All right, so I need to dig 4 blocks in this direction. 3 blocks tall. And it looks like I did a good job at the beginning and sealed up everywhere properly that I thought we needed to be sealed. All right, I'm going to move this torch now to about there. All right, now this is where they're going to drop. Now there needs to be a sign here to stop the water flow when I put that water in. And now we're going to dig down and hope we don't hit any big drops. It would be unfortunate. Well, I got some iron here. Well, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and collect this iron up while you got some easy iron. You always have easy iron. Just got to make sure I fill these back in. We don't want the skellies to be able to get stuck anywhere. All right, so far we don't have any openings. There we go. We just broke through. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some water in the slip and slide here, and we're going to test this part to make sure that it's working. Well, actually, I can't do that yet because I didn't put the kelp in. Okay, so the easiest way is to go up here. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. It's been a while since I made one of these. All right, so we need to go up and we need to put the water in from the top. Okay, so we'll break the first scaffolding, drop the water in. All right, so now we can kind of climb up here. And we'll be able to break the scaffolding on our way down, and the water won't drown us here. There we go. So every few blocks we'll... actually, we could just go to the bottom. They'll all break at the same time. And then the water will flow down. There you go. Okay. Now we got to plant our kelp. And we should be able to make this swim up without drowning, so let's give her a try. There you go. They're all water source blocks now, and that pushes us down. Okay, that seems to be working just fine. All right, let me grab the piece of soul sand. Okay, we've got our soul sand, so we can break the kelp, dig up the dirt, drop in the soul sand, and we should now have a water elevator. All right, so if we got pushed into this... It seems to hang up here. I'm not sure how to get around that, but when another skeleton gets pushed, so if it was just one skeleton, it might be a pretty slow go before it went this way. There we go. But as soon as another one comes up, it pushes you down, and boom, there we go. All right, so let me go up there and remove that torch. It's not enough light to get down to the bottom to break anything, but we really don't need it here. All right, really, I just like riding the water slide there. Okay, so that part is now working. Okay, so that's going to push them down. All right, so then I forgot one thing. So we're going to pop these two blocks up. And this is why I bought the ice from that wandering trader. It just helps give, the ice, it's a little more slippery than the blocks are. So, again, this is one of those things, I'm not sure how much it helps, but it certainly doesn't help. It's a little more slippery. That way, if they got some momentum, it keeps it on, it keeps it going. All right, so that's this part. Now I need to get a second water block. So we're going to need two to do this part. Okay, so now once I come in here, I forgot about this. We don't want to mess this part up. Okay, so now we need to take this water up. And because we want when the skeletons start falling down here, we don't want them just walking freely into the room. That would be unfortunate. Although this fall, the difference between them falling where they're landing where they're going to land and here might mean death for them anyway. But just in case. All right, so we need a hopper. A couple of hoppers, actually, and then a slab. We have a slab here. Let's get some of this stuff out of here. All right, so the first hopper is going to go into there. All right, and then that's the slab they're going to land on. Now, I get annoyed when you're standing here killing skeletons and all the stuff all the bones and arrows and random armor and the bows and all that stuff is you're getting sucked up into your personal inventory. That can be annoying. So what I do is I'll run a second hopper here into that one, put another slab here. That way, anything that falls out past where the block they are will get sucked up by this hopper and pulled into that chest. Now, if you stand too close to this, the way the Minecraft mechanics are, it'll still suck it into your inventory. So if you just stand back a couple of blocks and hit them from here, and then I'm going to seal that off with another one there. So it's a small window, so they won't be able to see you, and they won't be able to shoot at you. And that's a pretty good finish there. All right, so now all we have left to do is place the water on the main floor here, and then break these torches. When I place the water down, it's going to break these torches on the ground. Then we'll run up there and break the last few torches. All right, so the first two, if I make a space, now we have another infinite water source. Now we can just walk this over. You can see the torches going off. They're just going to get thrown up the water elevator and they'll end up in the chest. Okay, so this all appears to be working just fine. So let's see if we can get out of here. We don't want to get sucked up into the elevator now because we'll probably die. All right, we'll finish up this wall here. And we will run up here. Bust these torches. So I'm going to break that one, and then I have these on here. So when I start breaking this floor, oh, we got one down there. Let's get rid of that one. So the only torches left in here, to look around, make sure this is the case. Yeah. So the only torches left in here is the one on top of the spawner, and then the two with this on this block. So we'll break this one. Okay, so this is what I was hoping would happen. There's enough light from these two torches so that they're not going to start killing me right away, which means I can come back here from a relatively, there they go, and see how he starts shooting at you right away. Okay, so they should be flowing through there now. Just need to plug this up. Get rid of our little temporary staircase. And there's the first guy, and now these guys should be one-hit kills. There you go. Couple more things to do here. We can collect some bones. Good, we got some bones. If we get some more bone meal. Alright, so I can get some more glowberries here, and then yeah, that's enough light. Nothing's gonna spawn in here. Okay, so let's let some skeletons collect there, and let's get our little room together here and finish up with some of the decorations. But we still have a really cool thing I want to do on the ceiling. I'm going to take care of that right now because we can let some skeletons collect there while we're waiting on this part. What we're going to do here, you know, I was playing around with this and it had a really cool look to it. So I thought we would give it a go. All right, so the idea is we place some walls and we spread them out by at least one. And then some of them we bring down and we bust out these pieces. Now, we don't want them to connect though, because it kind of ruins the look. So we just be careful. And on some of them, we break out the middle pieces here like so. And then it just looks like they're kind of hanging. There you go. All right, let's step back for a moment and take a look at that. Okay, so that's how it looks just for a couple of them. Let's go ahead and just randomly fill in the ceiling with this and see what kind of a look we get after that. Okay, there. So I got a bunch of them scattered around. I mean, it's not realistic because they're kind of floating, but then with the little iron pieces of iron gate on the bottom, that's a nice touch as well, and it just gives it an interesting look. It obscures the little skeleton faces a little bit, but I think it's pretty cool. I kind of like that. Now, the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put some cobwebs up there because I think that'll look cool, and I'm going to use some in here as well. So let's go grab our bookcases. Okay, so I'm going to throw a couple of torches in the back corner here just for some backlighting. All right, and then we'll place our bookcases around. These usually look even better when you have a lot of bookcases, but we have enough for now, so we'll do what we can. Okay, now we got to go craft our enchantment table. All right, that should be level 30. Yes, sir. Okay, now we need a grindstone, and I hope I have enough iron left to make an anvil. Okay, so we'll drop a few chests up here, a barrel up here. Let's decorate a little bit. So I kind of want to hide this light. I want to put a glowberry up there. For now I have a torch, but that's all right. These chests should still be able to open into with the cobweb there. Yeah, that's no problem. Okay, now last but not least, we need to worry about security. So we got ourselves an iron door here. So this way, if we're down here AFKing, we don't have to worry about anything breaking in. I still have some more lighting up of the caves around here to do, but it doesn't really seem to be... I must have done a pretty good job because I'm not really seeing that we're having any problems getting some good spawning done here of these skeletons. So let's go ahead and see. We're at level 34, a little more than 34 and a half. And let's see what we get. Okay, there you go. So we're collecting a lot of bows. So we'll just throw the bows in here. Those will become fuel. We don't have... There's my torches from the... in the spawner room. They didn't drop any iron or gold armor yet, but... Oh, one of these blocks had fallen in there, so it turned a deep slate brick into a cracked deep slate brick. Okay, that's fine. We like those. So yeah, this little system's working here. And then when I get stuff I don't want, I'll just walk over here. And you know what? I can't have that there because I'll be continuously getting stuck in the spider web. Let's see, I shouldn't get stuck there. Yeah, so I'll just stand here. Throw the stuff I don't want. Let's see, do we have anything I don't want? Well, we can get rid of a stick. If I throw a stick in there, it's just gone. So anything we don't want, so we're not building up a bunch of inventory that's just clogging up the chest, we'll throw it in there. It also doubles as a great light source. All right, and I think that's gonna be it. So that gave us a full level. The little bit at level when we're already at 34, and as you know, it gets harder to level up the higher level you're at. So, you know, it's not the best experience grinder in the world, but it's functional. We're going to get a lot of bones for bone meal. We'll be able to put together a pretty good bow eventually without having to use a bunch of enchantments. As we're enchanting stuff and getting our levels, we'll come over here and do our thing. Nice and convenient. Okay, so I think let's have a look at this with the shaders on and see what she looks like. All right, with the shaders on, it gives you that nice, ominous atmosphere. I'm not sure I really need to light this up anymore. We have enough glowberries emitting light. Looks like I might have killed that one there, so I'll probably put at least one more light in that one. Other than that, though, this looks pretty good. Let me go ahead and do that while I got you here. Yeah, there we go. I think that's plenty of light. This looks pretty cool. I kind of like the look of it. So if we come in from the outside, I'll have to spiffy this up a little bit. Oh yeah, I was going to put some vines in there too. That'll even make it creepier. All right, so that's a pretty cool look. You can still see the skeleton's face if you know they're there and you're looking for them. So that's kind of a fun little touch. Look at it back from this angle here. And then we have our little enchanting room here. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I think I'm going to wrap it up here. And we got lots of options moving forward on what we're going to do next. If you guys have any recommendations or requests on what we should do next, go ahead and leave that in the comments. Or if you felt like you want to give a name suggestion for the cat, that would be fun too. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye now.